Out tonight, it is for the vacant USFFC flyweight title, brought to you by Adams Auto Parts. Please welcome to the cage from the blue corner, Michael "Fire" Whaley.
All right, Michael Whaley makes his way to the USFFC cage for the 125-pound championship. He fights out of Columbia, South Carolina with BMK Mixed Martial Arts. And he takes on Anthony Canzano out of Revolution Martial Arts Academy right here in the upstate. Michael "Fire" Whaley has been fighting for a year and 3 months. Has been training for that exact same amount of time. He said that he's always felt the itch to fight and compete, and he's finally getting a chance to do that in the sport of mixed martial arts. Says his favorite thing about the sport is the energy that you feel inside the cage. You can see here at the tail of the tape, he comes in at a record of 6-3 out of Columbia, South Carolina. Although he has the better record than Anthony Canzano, the fan poll has him as the clear underdog at 17% chance of victory according to the USFFC fans. But I'll bet Michael Whaley in his training camp would call it a little lopsided as he jumps into the USFFC cage.
And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Anthony Canzano.
Now let me tell you something about Anthony Canzano. This guy is a fireball. He is an incredible wrestler. He brings speed, power, and a finesse of striking to the table against his opponent, Michael Whaley. You know, I've had a chance to train with Anthony Canzano a little bit over the course of the years, just some jiu-jitsu, and he is a tough, scrappy, strong, and technical fighter. As he makes his way to the USFFC cage, the Team Revolution training camp is on its feet as Anthony Canzano makes his way to the cage. Coach Jimmy Fowler, Cody Wilson, and Trent Goodell follow behind. That is a team of killers in the corner of Anthony Canzano. He's been fighting for 2.5 years and training for 3. Anthony told me that he believes every man should step into the cage at some point in time, because that's the only way that you'll really find out what kind of man you are. The personal growth, the things you learn about yourself from stepping into the cage, that's why Anthony Canzano does it. He's a hard worker and an incredible fighter. And he says that being in the cage gives him a chance to show that his hard work pays off. The blood, sweat, and tears given and spilt inside the gym, this is where it pays off. This is where it all comes down to who wants it more. Canzano, also a cerebral fighter. He's not the type to get into a brawl with you. He likes to be mobile on his feet, pick and choose his strikes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 5 3-minute rounds for the vacant USFFC flyweight title. Introducing first, the fighter on my right, fighting out of the FightDoctors.com blue corner. His record 6 wins, 3 defeats, fighting out of the Beast Mode Killers, Columbia, South Carolina, Michael "Fire" Whaley. And now his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the U.S. Army red corner. His record 4 wins, only 2 defeats, fighting out of Revolution Martial Arts, Inman, South Carolina, Anthony Canzano.
All right, here we go. The 125-pound championship is on the line. The winner will walk away with the belt. And Cyrus Fees, if Kyle Connors wins a TJ Dillashaw lookalike contest, Anthony Canzano might be trying to win a Dominic Cruz lookalike contest. Sorry, I had to go there, Cyrus.
Well, no, I mean, we're not too far off of Halloween. I get it. Canzano and Whaley, man, this is a fun fight.
This is a great fight.
He's tough, but I'll tell you, Whaley might be one of the best-kept secrets in all of Carolina. It's just a short, tough, ferocious little fighter.
That body kick from Anthony Canzano pushed back his man. He did fall, but he knocked his man back so far that it didn't matter. Anthony Canzano is a showcase highlight of speed and footwork and movement. Not a brawler, a very technical fighter. And a great takedown from Canzano, slipping a hook perfectly. Now moving into side mount, Canzano working his grappling power against Michael Whaley.
You know, Michael Whaley, man, he was moving around so great there, but you couldn't have picked better timing by Canzano. That was incredible to time out such a quick fighter. But think about who he works out with. We're talking about the Scoggins. These guys are just as fast.
Yep. Trent Goodell with a little smile on his face, the wrestling coach. And the nephew of Monty Cox, by the way. A little Snapple fact for you.
How about that?
Yeah, Trent Goodell definitely smiling. Anthony Canzano slips a punch perfectly into a takedown, into side mount, and then his jiu-jitsu coach, Jimmy Fowler, smiling that he could turn a side mount into a full mount. And
no
now
doubt about it.
Anthony Canzano dominating this fight so far. Michael Whaley's going to have to figure out a way to get him off, and he does.
Michael Whaley's such a tough little customer, short, stout, so powerful. But if he leaves that neck open, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be over.
Michael Whaley did a great job of reversing his position, driving for a takedown. Canzano uses it to secure a guillotine, sweeps him, and now has side mount. Not going to guillotine somebody from side mount, but knee on belly now for Canzano. And this is just bad for Michael Whaley. He's being swarmed by the speed of Anthony Canzano.
Yeah, so explosive is Whaley, but Canzano with the technique and just beating out all that ferociousness, of course.
Knee on belly to full mount again. And Michael Whaley is in trouble, hanging on for dear life. Canzano, on the other hand, wants to create space. That's the only way you can land significant strikes, if you have the space to throw them. And when you're in tight like that, it's just kind of rabbit punches.
Yeah, no doubt. So frustrating, of course, for Whaley because he's been able to move around and poke around and get some jabs in there. But, man, it's just the skill advantage. And I really think Canzano has that. Whaley is just pure athleticism. You know what I mean? Just a ferocious little Mike Tyson-like fighter. Gets in there, throws big strikes. But long and lean is Canzano, and he has the technique to go behind it. So
Whaley did a good job of getting out of the mount position to his feet. Got to give him credit for that. But Anthony Canzano swarming him, catches a knee attempt. Doesn't use it to secure the single leg. Now backs up, and Anthony Canzano decides to strike. You were right about the Mike Tyson analogy.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he swings to kill. Canzano's going to have to stay out of the range of those looping bombs, and he does a great job of slipping another one into a takedown.
Both fighters have a lot of gas in the tank.
I tell you what, Michael Whaley is a little jacked up guy. He looks like he packs some heat in those punches.
No doubt.
Anthony Canzano doing a great job in round one of dodging them and using them to his advantage to catch his man off guard after an overcommitted punch and secure a takedown.
Yeah, using Whaley's momentum against him, actually. Just timing it out perfect and really working that ground game. Not really. I mean, what's the point of standing with a guy like that when you could take him to the ground at will? It seems like that's where it's at with Canzano.
Even if you may think you have the more technical striking, even if you think you have the speed, when you're dealing with power on the level that we're seeing from Michael Whaley, you don't want to take any risks. Not with that kind of power.
No.
Get that man down.
It's rare that you see power like that in this division. And when you do, man, it's something to behold. Michael Whaley he's a little too wild. He needs to rein it in a little bit.
But yet still dangerous at all times with that level of power. Round number 2 for the 125-pound amateur championship between Anthony Canzano and Michael Whaley. We are underway.
I just like watching Whaley move around, man. He's just a ball of energy. in every sense of the word. Canzano, if he could get a good, jab about him, he could be really dangerous. You talk about the Dominic Cruz analogy, but man, that's Cruz. Cruz would have already landed, 20 jabs by now. That's how good he is.
Canzano, the faster of the two, perhaps, but Whaley doing a great job of creating angles, moving around side to side.
Ooh.
Eats a front kick to the face.
He sure did, right across the jaw. Whaley, it takes a lot to take him out, and a big flying knee almost connected with Canzano.
Canzano doing a very good job of staying patient. When you got a guy that's willing to throw looping hooks like that, you got to pick and choose your time. You can't just get in the pocket and start trading, nor can you really just get close and, try to go for a takedown if it's not there. Canzano waiting for his time patiently and getting it. Now looking to get look like a chimera of some sort. Can't secure it from that position.
So hard to rein in a guy like Whaley. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Canzano, he's worked out a lot with Ray Thompson, right? I mean, did he not come up a little bit through Ray? And I saw Ray kind of come out there with the team, and I think he actually has a little bit of a background with Ray. Maybe I'm wrong. I know you're a Revolution guy, so.
Well, Canzano may have a history with Ray, but he's definitely a Revolution guy.
Well, now
himself.
He is now. Yeah, I know.
Sure.
But I wasn't sure if maybe there was a time in his career maybe he was.
I'll admit I'm not 100% positive either, but I know that Anthony was with Linnick Jiu-Jitsu for a while, and now Revolution Mixed
James
Martial
Linnick,
Arts.
Yeah, tremendous.
Great coach in James Linnick.
Yeah, like I said, I may be wrong there. I don't want to speak out of turn,
right.
But yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, and he ate
yep.
one. There we go. Right.
You can see that one. The knee connected to the family jewels.
Yeah.
Canzano winces in pain.
Wow.
And even when you're wearing a thick plastic cup, if anyone's played a sport where they take a shot there, they can tell you that doesn't do much to help.
No, it certainly doesn't, man. This impact to the boys is never a good thing. So there you go. He's going to take his rest, and I don't blame him. A lot of fighters don't. It's one of those choices you have to make. Do you want to give up that momentum and take yourself out of it and let the other guy recover, especially when you're in control like Canzano is right now? So, but you definitely want to take that time.
Yep.
A lot of guys will come out a little bit too quick, and then that might put them in trouble. So.
Yep. Yeah, it depends on kind of how hard the shot was. Sometimes it's so debilitating that you don't even have a choice. You just lay there and wonder where you are.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Whaley, I've talked to him before, and it's at other fights, and he desperately wanted to fight Jared Scoggins for a long, long time. And I think if Whaley maybe one or two more wins under his belt, I'd say he'll be going pro too. I mean, why not? In a division that's so shallow like flyweight right now, I mean, I think Whaley would do just fine against a lot of the pros out there. Both these guys would.
Yep, both these guys at a stage in their career where they need a win. They're trying to build it off of each other. Who wants it more? Who is prepared more? Here we are in the second round of a title fight. High kick, left high kick misses from Canzano. Changes stance into southpaw. Pushing kick.
Nice little side kick to the body there. And now he's starting to find his range a little bit, and that's what Canzano needs to do. He needs to use that range. Once again, using the momentum against him, perfectly timed takedown.
Yep. Canzano's game plan working well. Staying on the outside of strikes, not overcommitting to anything, but waiting for his opponent to do that so that he can change levels, go in, scoop for the takedown, and he's been just about batting 100 on takedowns so far.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I think other than only maybe one that got stuffed, but I think he's hit at least 4 or 5. And just, look at those
great
transitions.
Pass.
Beautiful.
Great pass. That's a Jimmy Fowler move over there. And now got his back, and this is bad for Michael Whaley, who rolls over. Canzano looking for the rear naked choke. Some wrist fighting going on right here in the cage. Who is going to win?
You got to make sure the quit monster's not lurking around.
That's right. He's always around.
He's always around. But I'll tell you, Whaley, tough customer. I don't think we're going to see that out of him. But it's only a matter of time when you give a guy your back that often.